Okay, now it's Aquarius time. What's up in the dude? We're gonna get started. You know, I had to get a boost in here and get this going. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Let's see what's on the table for y'all. Aquariuses. And this is allegedly. Don't get all bent out of shape. Listen and let's learn from each other. That's what we're here to do. Ain't nobody, it's not for no one person. This is just for whoever, and give you what, take what you can and leave the rest. If it ain't your story, it ain't your story. Now, let's see what's in your energy. Aquarius. Someone could be 28 years old and there's a soul forgiveness. Someone wants to be forgiven. The soul wants to be forgiven or something. Somebody wants soul forgiveness, and somebody may have 2 children I see on here. Something about, this is electrical cords. This is like family members, 27. It says sometimes you got to cut the cord with some of these family members that weren't good to you. You releasing them, the drama, what they brought to the table. You're releasing all that. Sometimes you have to put that behind you. Somebody had to learn giving and receiving. Something about the 10th. Learn how to give and learn how to receive. Someone need to learn both ways to balance things out. There's people in the family didn't want to give and they didn't want to share with you, and they didn't know what giving and receiving means, and they want it all. So that's kind of like why you cutting the cord with them. They want to take everything and don't want to leave you with nothing. And it could be children involved in this too, allegedly. So we have someone could be 23 years old. There's some rage with this. They're enraged because you're deciding to love yourself and think about you and cut the cord. So they're enraged about a grief. Something about somebody on the 29th, someone may passed away and they're having a grief about losing you and not being able to get to you because the cord has been cut because of all the stuff that was going on in your family. So we're going to see what's going on here. What's going on? What you in grief about? What's this grief about? Spirit. What's this grief? And this is allegedly could be somebody around you or you. What's this grief about we got going on? Why are you in? What's the grief about? So what's the grief about, Aquarius, you got going on? Okay, there's some grief about somebody in this home. Something about a home and a natural disaster in this home and a fraud that was done to someone that was healing in this home. Somebody was doing fraud to somebody. So that's what happened. See, they're in grief about doing fraud to somebody that was healing. What happened to this person that was healing? It was a child. They was doing something to a child, or a child was doing something to somebody else. The abuse and neglect. Someone was being abused and neglected. It could be you or someone Someone was abusing and neglecting someone, allegedly. Or this child was doing somebody else. Who is this allegedly abusing this person, allegedly? So there's a grief about this person in the home that they was trying. It could be an older child. They're just not a child now, but they was abusing this person, and then they stole this person in the landfill like trash. They threw this person in the landfill, and they was giving them to some aliens as sacrifice. So this couple did this, and it was somebody's spouse or partner that was doing it, that was involved, that they gave up to the aliens for a sacrifice. So there's some grief about them giving a sacrifice for a power supply. I can't make this up. They gave their own spouse or partner up for a power supply to these aliens so they can abuse them and drain them. And they would do this in the tunnel. But see, this was the whole cover up in the first place, that they didn't want to come out in this so-called situation. So somebody's spouse to basically sacrifice somebody. What's this over here? What else we need to know about this? What else we need to know on this table? So somebody done sacrificed their own spouse A couple did it. Somebody gave up their spouse. See, there was some teenagers fighting over money. They were fighting over money, and a lot of that was over money. What else? Somebody was fighting over money. If you don't know nothing, how they take your energy by making you scared and fear and terrorize you to death, and make you suffer to drain you first and use all your energy for it. They take you out. In other words, they scared you half to death. They said somebody needed to walk away from all these bad people. See, this person should have walked away from all these bad people that they thought was on their side. They were seeing the numbers 222, but they weren't listening, Something about this karmic kid in the past allegedly wasn't listening, wasn't paying attention. A sister put a magic spell on it's a sister or a stepsister was putting magic spells on this person in the past and got this person caught up in this. And this person also got an STD, allegedly. Trigger warning, not a doctor, but they got an STD out of them doing this too. Also, your cut off game got this person basically fearing that they will never have a second chance with you. So somebody in the past knew that your cutoff game was real deep. Somebody was unhealthy body, needed a doctor allegedly, and this person told this person to get away from them in the past. And this person, because you hurt me so bad, they just walked away from this person because they said, you get away from me because this person hurt this person. So there's somebody's sister that's involved with this too, of sacrificing. Somebody's sister basically turned this person down the wrong way, is what I'm hearing. What else is going on? Got this person to do all this. They call it hypnotized, mind control. Okay. This person also took out a family member that had the V, and they was trying to take out the mother or something too, allegedly. And these were bad kids that had demons in them in the past. So this person was sacrificing somebody in their family, a husband and a wife, and one was sick, was sent to the hospital, but one lived. Somebody, don't cry. No, they're gonna keep crying because they don't want this to come out. But conclusions are within reach. Something, and somebody with a T in their name. Now they want to say, I am sorry for what they done to this person. It was a drug dealer was involved allegedly. That was part of this. Somebody may have had a blue truck in the past. Somebody was a Gemini in the past allegedly, and somebody was a Leo allegedly. Something about unexpected confession. Get ready for it because it's going to be coming. And somebody's car was on fire in the past. They tried to. Somebody may be going to the ER and had a car accident and took everybody out. It may take everybody out allegedly. So a car wreck may have are going to happen to take these people out because they took your inheritance from you. They took your inheritance and everything. From somebody, your auntie and all of them was involved in it too. So these are the ones that may be having a car accident because they stole from you. And they were putting spell work on earth angels, but it went back to center. And like, share, and subscribe.